another one. This one is Love Goals. Okay. We stopped at episode 1. How about we go to episode 2? Let's go in.
Tonight's first group therapy session is all about me getting to know my clients on a deeper level so that I can understand how they see the problems in their relationship, both individually and as a couple. Oftentimes, what people think the problem is really isn't the issue at all. So as a therapist, my job is to get to the root of the problem and identify the solutions that they'll need in order to achieve their love goals.
Our home is not a hangout for the guys. They eat with you, they fall asleep next to you on the couch. We have to come up with a solution.
We have a womanizer in the house.
I don't know how to say no.
I'm not cool with it anymore. I'm done.
We're getting married next year, and I think the challenge is more with me and him having to deal with that with me.
You're a disgusting, nasty human being. I hate your guts. I hate you.
You keep acting like I'm only with you because I thought you had
made
money.
yourself look like the gold digger on Love
No,
and Hip Hop.
I didn't.
What's the matter with you? I gave you everything I had.
But there's only one problem. We need separate rooms.
Have the two of you gotten to know anybody else's issues today? We see each other as the problem and we start to attack one another instead of attacking the problems with solutions.
Come on, man. Hey, young, black, active, and attractive. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
We woke up in a good mood, you know, after those meetings the day before. And I think me and Brianna are gonna get along real good because we both play football. We both got sauce. You know, we both got two beautiful women. So I think we're gonna knock it off.
You went light.
I went light, but you know, shoe game is out of control. Let me help you out. Let me help you out.
Yeah, put me on, because I ain't got a pair up, but they wanted like 1,400.
They say about the satins, you know what I mean?
Oh, Dwayne. You know what his problem is? He hang out with the boys too much. Don't start clicking up with another brother in the house, man. Okay? Look, I ain't saying be nasty or nothing, but you could be cool with your boys. But, you know, this bonding with the brothers, I don't know, it's a bit much. Now you're doing it in the house, okay? Some might look at this as being innocent, but I'm looking at it like this brother is still going through his circles and still doing the same thing, even in the house, okay? She needs to pull him to the side and be like, nobody else involved. It's just me and you. But they're on a show. They're in the house with a lot of other people. And this brother go making a pen pal here in the house. This is funny to me. Let's go in.
Is that velvet? Oh, that's sad. Hold on. Damn. Let me help you out a little bit.
Damn.
What else we got over here for him? Let me help you out, man.
I'm gone.
They are killing me with the healthy snacks. Where did Benzino sleep? He got a room. And I came down here and rather than see him on the couch, I was like, oh, maybe I'll feel let him sleep in the bed.
I'm gonna be friends with them. I'm gonna be friends with him. And he need to go on and I need to go on.
Yesterday, going to sleep, I felt like I was having a panic attack. And when I go home, I'm going to the doctor because I feel like my heart and the yelling and everything is like really a lot. That's why I'm like really trying to stick to the book at this point and not be intimate anymore.
First night in the house, not the experience I was hoping for, and we're already off to a wrong foot. I'm trying to hold it in, I'm trying to be cool, I'm trying to have a smile on my face, but it's not working.
Instead of him acknowledging what the problem is, he's demeaning me. Oh, go find you another nigga. Go. So, it's time to go find another man.
I know we're here and we're doing this all together, but it's really about you. I think you both have your own separate issues.
Right.
And y'all have to deal with your individual things.
And then maybe we can come together.
And then come together.
I'm gonna be honest, like I have always met like powerful men.
Let me say this, y'all, and I know this is going to be a little bit offbeat, but I love it that, hold on, let me try to fast forward a little bit.
And
I know this is going to sound a little offbeat, but I love the blank canvas of her skin. Y'all probably can't see it because I had to alter the video, but it's smooth, chocolatey goodness in her skin. Not one tattoo, not one piercing, not one nothing. I love that. Okay. Now I know there's a lot of guys out there who like tats all over their women, and women who like tats all over their men, and this, that, and the third, and piercings and different color hair. Everybody's trying to peacock in a certain type of way and get all kind of attention from looking as ran down as they possibly can. Now, I'm not saying that you look ran down if you got some tats. That's okay, you know, whatever. But it just looks delicious that there is no, I think there's a such thing as called a tramp stamp. I don't know. And other things like that, that just, it's almost like having the dent in the car. Like, rarely do I see a tattoo that I'm like, oh, I see why you put that on. Rarely do I see a tattoo where I think that, especially on a woman. I tend to put women on a pedestal. So I want you to live up to the pedestal. But if I see you don't live up to the pedestal, I will take you down from the pedestal. It's not a problem. And if you don't feel comfortable being on a pedestal, that's fine. And you're probably not the woman for me. You're not the one that I'm going to work hard to take care of. I'm only going to be a workhorse to a worthy coach. Not coach, but you know what I'm saying. To a worthy passenger. I'm only going to be a workhorse to a worthy passenger. I'm not going to be a workhorse to a passenger who doesn't appreciate the work I'm putting in as a horse. You see what I'm saying? I know it's a little convoluted what I said, but what I'm saying is this is pretty much all men. This is how all men are wired. We put our woman on a pedestal so that it justifies us working so hard. This is why a lot of men become very rich and millionaires and on top of their game when they get a wife, because the wife is the motivation. But if that guy don't have you on the pedestal, ladies, he's not going to work hard for you. You're not the one. And if you don't view yourself as that pedestal wife, you're not going to get treated like that. This is why a lot of men, believe it or not, don't like women with tattoos and piercings and wigs and colorful hair all over the place and snuffleupagus eyelashes and all this other extra stuff and long ass fingernails, because those are dents in your car. Those are not, like I said a long time ago, a Rolls Royce don't need bumper stickers. Okay? A Rolls Royce do not need bumper stickers. Leave it alone. A Rolls Royce don't need no wrap. A Rolls Royce don't need no spinning rims. A Rolls Royce don't need none of that stuff. Leave it alone. Some things need to be left alone, and the female body is one of them, in my opinion. Let's go in.
And I have always like been controlled by like powerful men.
The cycle stops. Don't worry about it. And it's just like you got to get that tough skin.
And I just now realized that.
Yeah, but the cycle is going to stop, and you have to know that the cycle is going to stop. It's like you're in control of your destiny in your life.
Yeah.
Like no, none of these dudes.
You're not what everybody says you are. You have it in you.
Thank you. Being here in this house,
I feel supported because I'm not the only one that sees what I've been dealing with.
and I honestly realized that I'm not in a healthy relationship.
What could we do today to like make a step in the positive direction as far as trying to help her just for today? Like maybe let's not mention him. Maybe let's not argue with him. Let's just try that for one day. Let's see if you can get through today.
Yeah.
No,
I plan on getting through the next, like, I can't.
But one step at a time.
Enough of that. Yeah, enough of that. Yeah, okay. It's kind of hard.
We got to pack.
But yeah.
We got to pack, girls.
It's kind of
Come on, we got to pack. Come on. We got to pack. No. Today.
Yeah.
You know, part of me, maybe y'all can help me out. I know we're just starting this series, and I don't know if y'all watched the first episode, but I'm having a hard time understanding what the problem is with Benzino. I understand they don't get along. I get that part. But I don't understand what the underlying problem is with him. Why does she have such anxiety and disdain for this guy? From what I know, he hasn't been physically, doing anything to her. It don't seem like he's psychological. It look like he's taking all of the psychological torment, I'll put it that way. He does take care of his son. I don't understand what the problem is. Maybe we'll find out more throughout the series, but she seems to be so angry and everything with this guy, and it's still not very clear. Like, I know he said some things that he didn't mean, and she probably know he didn't mean them. But he wouldn't have said them if she wasn't so turned up. So she kind of, she's kind of driving this tragic train, if I'm being honest. And from what it looks like, Benzino is a passenger on this train. And all she got to do is stop driving the train, and I think things will be fixed. But that's now not how some things work out. Let's go back in.
Hey, you guys. We're ready to do the group therapy with Spirit, so you guys can follow me.
Oh, man. Group sessions are where the real work begins in therapy. These clients have all set love goals for themselves. And it's within these four walls that I will begin to plant the seeds and introduce them to ideas that, if they embrace, will lead to successful relationships in the future.
Yeah, come on. Don't make it awkward. You guys are trying to co-parent, so go co-parent.
You see what I'm saying? She is driving this trauma train. She makes everything a big deal. All she got to do is sit next to the guy that she came on this show with. I don't know if she's doing this for ratings, to be honest, or to be at the star of the show. Part of me feels like that because she's being extra with a lot of stuff. She's just super extra. Just sit next to being. I promise you, he's not gonna bite you. Okay. The guy is more scared of you than you are of her or of him. I promise you. Don't be extra. She is driving this trauma train, y'all. I'm serious. All she got to do is stop being extra. Try it. Anyway, let's go in.
All of this, thank you. Come on, babe.
All right.
If you've never participated in a group, then you are in for a very unique experience. Group therapy is a very intense process. This is going to be a place and a space where you experience emotions that perhaps you've never experienced before. This is your safe space for you to work out your things individually and then as couples. But I can't create that safety for you. You have to create it for one another, because that's the power of the group. You said you needed this help, and I want to know why you're here.
I guess I'll go. My biggest problem is having the guys I call my brothers at the house all the time doing, what I like to do instead of doing what's right, which is giving my wife the time and, being there for her, so.
And tell me, what's the struggle in that for you?
To leave my boys behind, like, when they was there from little, was just kind of hard, But I'm just getting married, so I'm trying to learn how to separate, the boy time from, the wife time.
When you see me busy all the time, when you see me stressed, when you see me overwhelmed, it's not because I'm overwhelmed with you and our children. It's because every day you find a way to always have 100 people around with the intention of, I'm going to get fed, I'm going to have whatever I want, AC, the game, anything.
So this isn't communal then. This is them taking advantage.
Correct.
They come over because you guys provide a life and you're the maid service and the cook.
When something is forced upon you, it doesn't feel like love anymore. It's kind of like a chore and a job. It's not healthy and it's not normal.
That black superwoman syndrome is a very real thing.
It is definitely tatted on her.
We'll talk about that. Okay. Who else?
Well, I know why I'm here, I love women. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to say no. I'm just being honest.
I'm a lover of women and I struggle with fidelity. Okay.
When I first met Breon, I was fresh off of a divorce and I didn't want to jump back into a full-blown relationship. We had like a playbook and ground rules and just rules that I thought we both were playing by. As far as like the other women, I was okay. And I was just like, okay, this works for me now. And we didn't want each other to like meet. Like I didn't want him to meet my daughters and he didn't want me to meet his son. But then the friendship situation escalated really quick. And those rules that we set went out the window. He eventually met my daughters. And then he met my mother. And I'm like...
He just decided he was going to meet them? You didn't have any part in that?
No, I didn't. It happened at Mother's Day at a volleyball game. We were going to leave together.
Okay, is that what happened? So
no,
he pulls up and what happens?
He came inside of the gym.
Okay, say that again.
He came inside of the gym.
Say that one more time.
He came inside of the gym.
Okay, see, that sounds like a choice to me.
How did I know that really rubbed it the wrong way? Like, I didn't know that, so I'm moving accordingly.
No,
like,
no.
Yeah, I am.
No,
like,
you're
I'm
not. No, you did not. Because we had a conversation, and you were like, I understand, because that's the same situation.
But that pack started to change. That's what y'all not understanding.
So you say the pack started to change.
Yeah.
I knew where she was, but I decided that this was the appropriate time. And you are evaluating when you think that something is appropriate without checking in with your partner. If you don't understand how this dynamic plays out between the two of you, you will constantly violate her boundaries and she will have a feeling about it and you're missing it in your filter.
But don't y'all want a man to lead?
You're thinking about every woman when you only need to be thinking about one.
Wow, that's a good one. That was a great one.
Her mom was there, put a face with a name. That's what I was thinking.
You chose to go and meet her mother. You knew where she was at. It was a series of choices that got you to your boundary violation. And if you don't understand how you behaved your way into that, you will continue to do it over and over again. If your partner can't trust that you won't honor your agreements between each other, what do you have?
Nothing.
You have to figure out how to honor one another. If you're not honoring each other, then you're asking your partner constantly to eat and be okay with it.
Oh.
You're not the only ones, though. Who else?
My issues and conflict is not here. My conflict is within myself and self-esteem and rejection, because I was in a group for a long time. I just don't want to bring that heaviness to something so light, and I don't want to bring that to him.
Wow. Spirit was dropping bars with the other couple, and Spinderella said the problem is not with him, it's with her. That is a piece of accountability that I don't see very often from a lot of women, to be honest. I'm happy she started that way, and the problem clearly is not the guy this time. It seems like all the other couples, the problem is the guy. I'm not gonna hold you. Even though it's not, it seems like it's always the man's fault. With Dwayne Bowe, Benzino, the other couple that just got done talking, it's always the guy's fault, presumably. But you know, I just thought it takes a bit of maturity to say, you know, I'm the problem and I don't want to bring him no issues. But let's see what he have to say about it.
Our goal is to be in love and grow old with each other. So I'm here to try to figure that part out and make sure we still, you know, on the right path.
I treasure him. I don't want to hurt him. Even if he hurt me, I don't want to hurt him.
That's deep.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
If you are not healthy yourself, it is impossible for you to be in a healthy relationship, because half of that relationship is you, and we're all constantly works in progress. And the minute that you think that you're done, the minute your relationship is going to have problems, because you won't be able to grow beyond where you are. And then
it seemed like Spinderella is in a bit of a low level, maybe even mid-level depression. I know what she's going through. She was with Salt and Pepper, and you know, the breakup between her sisters is heavy, very heavy. Probably spun her into a depression at that time. I don't know if they reconciled since then, but yeah, it's hard to be in a relationship with a person who's in depression, and because they're going to always see gray clouds. It's always going to be a cloudy day, and you bring jokes, humor, and try to bring sunshine, and here she go bringing the clouds, you know. So tough situation. Benzino, Althea, y'all up next.
there were two. Why are you here?
I just want to try to get help with communication with Althea. Try to find some type of common ground where we can be kind to each other for our son.
Okay.
I think that we're in different places in our lives. I do believe that we love each other, but we are toxic to each other. I'm always arguing, but I'm not in a relationship.
Tell me how you feel about that.
I am making myself sick.
I'm asking you a different question. Tell me how you feel about where you guys are.
Like, I'm always tired. I'm worn down.
That's what I'm talking. Like, Benzino said what the problem was. I just want to communicate with her for the sake of our son, you know. She seems so emotional. I don't understand. I need more information. I don't understand why this chick is so turned up and so like she might be in a depressive state too. She might be depressed herself. She seems overly emotional. Now, I know a lot of ladies probably can relate to her and feel sorry for her and things like that, and I get that. But she say some foul things to Benzino, but she is the one who is super emotional. And it's just hard for me to understand what did this guy do to you that got you so just anxious You know what I mean? What did he do to get you so anxious and so uncomfortable? You don't even want to sit by this guy. Like, the only thing that would make sense is if Benzino like attacked her or something, and he's some kind of monster that we don't know about. That's the only reason for this type of response. The trauma is so, you can cut it with a knife, for real. It's so thick you can cut it with a knife. Let's see what she say.
Tell me, what's the feeling? I want you to touch it.
You know, we function when we just communicate through email, through text.
Touch it. Tell me about the part of you that is tired and worn down. See, when you do that, what you're trying to do is get back in control. And I want you to release it because I can't help you if you don't show it to me.
It's too freaking much. It's too much.
I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this.
Yo, he's been fighting everybody his whole life, so he fights me.
What I want you to know is if you could just stop fighting, you would have done that already.
I'm sorry I give you all these jobs and chores, and if I don't give them to you, who the I'm gonna give them to?
Wow, do all men think that women are just supposed to do things for them?
Are you taking for granted, though, that she's always gonna be there?
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Tell him, Teresa. Tell him. Tell me about the part of you that is tired and worn down.
I feel like I'm gonna have to just stop fighting.
But what I want you to know is if you could just stop fighting, you would have done that already. You know what you have to do. See, I want to get to the heart of why you can't.
We're not even fighting over like us. It's like we're like in competition with each other.
I'm not in competition with you.
He constantly wants to remind me that I'm not this or that.
You do this already. See, I don't need to see this part. This is the part that you guys are stuck in, is the loop. Those are your defense mechanisms. I'm asking you to bring it up so you can release it and let it go.
If you listen to everything you said the last 2 days about me, I'm just the most horriblest person on earth. And after a while, a person gets tired of hearing that. I know I've done good.
But can you just answer? Okay, now we're arguing about something else.
No, not
It's
arguing.
okay, I want to watch.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
I'm here for it.
It's too freaking much. It's too much.
This brother can't open his mouth to say nothing. This brother can't open his mouth. He said, I'm the worst person on earth, and I don't know why. This is telling me that she's dealing with some childhood traumas. And this is beyond Benzino. This is the conclusion I came to at this moment right now. Althea got some childhood traumas that keeps her in toxic situations. Maybe she's seen toxic relationships growing up. Maybe her mother was always in a toxic situation. Maybe her father was always in a toxic situation. Maybe Benzino remind her of somebody in her past who was toxic. There is something else going on with her because she embraces this toxicity. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with this chick. Okay? He can't even say a word without her blowing the fuck up, really. She's about to do that now. He's looking at her like, I can't say nothing. I just want to know why I'm such a monster in your head. I don't blame him. But I'm glad they're in the right place. Spirit is going to right this ship, I believe. But the thing is, Althea, what is wrong with you? What trauma are you holding on to? Why do you choose problems all the time? You choose problems all the time. Like Spirit said, if all it took was for you not to fight, you would have stopped fighting. You could have been done that. But if you have a childhood trauma, or if you have some kind of trauma, and all you know is toxicity. That's all. Like I strongly believe a lot of people, especially a lot of women, their relationship software is corrupt. Not sure where that's coming from, but their relationship software is corrupt. A lot of women, especially Western, especially sisters, been downloading corrupt relationship software, and they don't know how to do relationships. I'm not saying the men are better. They download corrupt relationship software too. They don't know how to treat a woman. But I see a lot of effort on a lot of the men's side, like even Benzino, like this situation. Now, Dwayne Bowe, that brother need to catch a clue. What's his name? Bryson or whatever. He need to catch a clue. Okay. So the brother's got some work to do too. Trust and believe. But with Althea, she is dealing with a darkness that is hard to see, and it has to probably do with her past. I refuse to believe that Benzino gave her all of this darkness, but let's see it play out. Let's go back in.
I've been locked up twice. I be wanting to like explode, but I'm a mother and I don't want to be behind bars. Everything I
Just
say.
keep your hands to yourself then. If you don't want to be behind bars, don't swing on me. Don't yell at me in front of the judge. Don't do these things like.
So I have to stop letting you provoke me. You're provoking me now. Let me finish talking, please. Let me finish talking.
All right, man.
You asked me.
Are we done? Because I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this.
Yo.
I don't care about all that. I don't care about all that. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you yelling, bash me all day and every day. I didn't come here for this.
Okay, pause.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I didn't come here for this. No, we went through this last night. I'm saying it's not gonna be bashing Zeno Day every day. It's not. I'll leave. I'm not going through it. Like I don't want to hear that. I'm a good guy. Talk about some good. Let's talk some good things that Zeno did. We're not gonna sit here and let Althea bash me all day. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it.
You are
I sat over here for a reason. Okay? I don't want to sit next to no if somebody that doesn't like me or doesn't want to deal with me.
Pause. You are absolutely the right guy for this. Look at me. There is something that happens that when she tells her version of you, you feel the need to defend it.
It's wrong. It's not helping me to constantly listen shit on me every other day. It's not help. That don't help me. And if she went to jail, that was her goddamn fault. I didn't go to jail. I didn't put my hands on her. She put her hands on me. That's not my fault. Okay? I don't provoke nobody. You a grown-ass person. If you let people provoke you to do that, that's your fault. Nah, hell no.
Tell me this. How has she provoked this?
She sits there and snicker and laugh all the time. It's the same.
Yo, man, this chick is. On the last episode, I said she made a face that I didn't understand, because it almost looked like she was happy he was in pain. She always seemed to have these. I got him upset. Almost this evil look, like when he was emotional in the last video. She had this face, and I said, y'all, identify this face for me, because it looked like I don't know what's going on here. And now I'm seeing it now. This chick loves when this guy is upset. She loves it. That's a different kind of evil, man. That's Lilith. That ain't Eve. She is from Lilith. Okay? Y'all, if you religious people, y'all know who Lilith is. That's a different kind of evil. First of all, she almost swung on him. Okay, let's not just overlook that. She looked at him and almost swung on him. And he said, don't put your hands on me. You ain't got to worry about going to jail. Okay? She wants to went to jail for swinging on him. And from what I see, it don't take much for her to want to swing on this brother. But when he is in pain, when he is upset, that's the only time I see her smiling. It's a different kind of evil right there. Or a different kind of pain from her, to where she is so comfortable in chaos, it is toxicity to the highest level. That is toxic as hell. The only time I see her crack a smile is when Benzino is super upset. Oh my goodness, this is something else, man. Just revisiting this stuff is bananas. Let's go back in.
She knows what she's doing.
So listen
If you go for this little act right here.
No. You're talking about, listen, because I want to help you here. You're talking about provoking, right? I'm holding the mirror to you.
Yes.
You're talking about you are not able to provoke her in a certain way. But then, did you just let her provoke you to this place?
I do get provoked. I get tired. When I'm here, right? When I'm here, I don't sit here and bash out there. I'm not bashing out. When you ask me a thing, I'm saying I'm here to communicate, to find better communications. As soon as it goes to her, he's this, he's that. He's doing this to me. He's doing that to me. He's this. It's not about, yes, I'm here because I want to at least find some common ground for our son. He's this. He does this. He's this. You didn't do this. It's not true. I don't want to hear that no more. And I don't have to sit here and go for it. I can't. And I don't see how that helps anybody.
Pause for a second. Take a breath. Okay? We're all villains in somebody's story, right? No matter how good we are, no matter how loving we think we are, no matter how wonderful we think we are.
Hold on. I forgot this chick's name. But let me see her react. Look at Althea. When she see this guy upset, this chick is a different kind of evil. Or sick. She's one of them. Let's watch this again.
Not true. I don't want to hear that no more. And I don't have to sit here and go for it. I can't. And I don't see how that helps anybody.
Pause for a second. Take a breath. Okay? We're all villains in somebody's story.
Look at that look right there, y'all. She is taking pleasure in this man's pain. It's almost like getting a lick back. So she must feel like he gives her so much pain. When she see him in pain, I got my lick back. That's what that look is. I got my lick back. I like this. This chick is a different kind of oh my goodness. Now the other chick, I think she sees Althea and watch the look she makes.
Right? No matter how good we are, no matter how loving we think we are, no matter.
Oh, I think she sees Althea and she's like, wow, this chick is enjoying this. I think she just figured it out. This chick is enjoying seeing Benzino hurt. Wow.
How wonderful we think we are. But we're also not the devil in everybody's story either. And so even in your relationship with your partner, I'm willing to bet that she can see some good in you. Even if you're not used to hearing it. I want to help you get something that you're saying that you need from her. I want you to decide to plant a seed between each other right now. Tell me 3 good things about each other, because she still needs to hear something positive.
I need to hear something good about me too.
Good. Then here we are. Here's a great way for you to get something. So we're gonna go.
She looks good.
That's all it is.
Stop. You can't even receive it. You can't do it. I will deal with you guys one-on-one.
I did it.
You did a good job. You did. But unfortunately, you're in partnership.
You did a good job, Benzino.
That's how you do it.
Do you have any others you'd like to give her?
It's okay.
No.
It's all right.
She's amazing at real estate, and and that's nothing that I ever did. So, you have to give her that credit.
You don't have to, but you chose to.
And then the third one, when we was together, she don't try to cheat. She's loyal.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to give to your co-parent?
I see him. I see him as more than what he sees himself. He has been very successful in business himself, and he doesn't get the credit for it. And I feel like he's been fighting everybody his whole life, so he fights me.
I'm not sure if that was a compliment, but I'm sure Benzino will take it. Good in business. He fights everybody, so he fights me. Almost like she's still trying to turn it into her being a victim instead of just giving him his props. It's going to be a long road. Let's go in.
Tell me something good about him.
I believe that he has a good heart.
He has a good heart?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
And that he's a really good father to my son.
How about a good father to our son? Okay? A good father to our son. I know, y'all, we got to take steps, one step at a time. I get it. But that's an easy fix, okay? Give me that one. A father to our son. You didn't create him yourself. She probably so used to saying my son that she don't know how to say our son. Hey, hopefully Spirit correct that. Let's see if she does.
He's got a good heart. He's accomplished, and he's a good daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a beautiful woman who's accomplished in her career, who is loyal. You are not the problem. And you are not the problem. The problems are the problem. And it's up to the two of you to work together to solve the problems in your relationship. Don't stop showing up. Don't stop holding each other accountable. And don't give up on yourselves. I'm gonna see each of you guys a little bit later on.
That was too much.
Good work. The tension between Benzino and Althea is so palpable, and I know that it's deeply rooted in their past trauma and toxic relationships. But I wanted the whole group to see that with a little help, even these two can let down their walls and take a step towards healing. My hope is that seeing this will encourage them all to open up and start doing their own work. I'm gonna see each of you guys a little bit later on.
Hold on, y'all.
That was too much.
Good work. The tension between Benzino and Althea is so palpable.
Can I say something real quick? And I'm not being disrespectful at all. I'm not being disrespectful. I mean, I'm gonna say this with all due respect, okay? Spirit is sexy as hell. Spirit is a sexy ass woman. Oh my God. Okay. The intelligence, the emotional intelligence this woman got, the looks. She popped out 7 babies. Oh my goodness, I'm so turned on. I shouldn't be, okay? You shouldn't have no crushes on your doctors or anybody else like that. She's not my doctor, okay? But Spirit is one sexy woman. Just fire. Okay. I couldn't hold it no more. Anyway, let's go. Now we can proceed.
And I know that it's deeply rooted in their past trauma and toxic relationships. But I wanted the whole group to see that with a little help, even these two can let down their walls and take a step towards healing. My hope is that seeing this will encourage them all to open up and start doing their own work.
That was so beautiful, because I think both of y'all needed to hear that.
Y'all not gonna keep making me cry. I'm like over here crying.
I think this was good.
Why was that so hard to say 3 good things?
He probably never heard none of that either.
Exactly.
You can tell.
You were being petty.
Okay, I'll take that, fine.
And I feel like y'all love each other so much, and there's so much damage that has been done within the relationship. At the end of the day, if y'all can come to a common ground,
Yeah, the common ground is we're gonna co-parent.
She is very sexy to me too. I can't remember her name, but she is very sexy to me. Look what she's wearing. Oh my goodness. I'm a little distracted. All the women are beautiful. Okay, so it's hard for me to yo, I'm a guy. Okay. When I see very attractive women, I react. She is fire too. All the women, all the wives. Okay. And these are some you know, guys who are pretty high profile. You got Dwayne Bowe, Benzino, you know, but she's sexy too. Let's go on.
Parent. That's the common ground.
All right. Are they that important though?
They are. It's a bromance.
Stop blaming my friend for everything.
You feel me?
Cause you about to get ganged up
Man,
on.
why y'all keep coming for us?
After today in group, I realized how much Dwayne keeps his friends in our business. That has to stop.
Get them out of her house. How about that part? Go get you a studio wherever you gotta get your studio. That's it and that's all.
When you hear the term bromance, it's really real. I mean, these guys enjoy being around each other more than I see any of them enjoy being with a woman. The reality of it is that your is leeches, and you're okay with it because they roll your blunt and they wipe your ass.
Hey, but when you have it, they ain't leeching.
Instead of handicapping them, push them to do something great for themselves. That's
They
my
all
whole
got
thing. Instead of
different
sitting in the
things going on in their
garage
life,
with you smoking
just like we sitting
all
here.
day. Like they.
Let me say something real quick. She said they roll your blunts and they wipe your ass. And he didn't deny it. Ninja what? Then he said something that I hear a lot of guys say. Hey, if you got it, they ain't leeching. That is one of the most ridiculous things I've heard men say. I don't care if it's a woman or if it's a guy or whoever. A leech is a leech. A leech can affect a whale. Okay? A leech can affect something small, and it can affect a whale too. And if you have a lot of leeches on a whale, it's going to affect the whale. I don't know why all these rich guys talking about, oh, well, if you got it, it ain't tricking or it ain't nothing. A leech is a leech. Treat it as such. Get rid of it. You might you know what? MC Hammer thought that too. MC Hammer thought, oh, well, I got it, so ain't nobody leeching until he ain't got no money. Then he realized he had a whole bunch of leeches on him that sucked him dry. And then when he lost all that money, they were nowhere to be found. They feed on the host. Okay, Dwayne? They feed on the host. You're the host that they're feeding off of. I'm tired of guys saying that. Oh, well, if you got it, you. No, you're a trick. And you tricking for dudes. That's even worse. All right? Get leeches and parasites off of you. Especially if you got a beautiful wife at home. Okay? Because I'll tell you right now, if it was me, I'd forget all them niggas' names. Okay? I would be spending all my time with my beautiful wife and my family. Okay? Yeah, we can holler. I check you on Instagram or whatever. I'll holler at you at the at the game, or meet up with you on Xbox Live or something. But I'm at home with my family, man. That's just how I move. Now, some might say, oh, well, he a little too close to guys. Maybe he part of that lifestyle. I don't know. I ain't ready to go there yet. But let's just say it ain't off the table. Okay? Still on the table, sitting there. I don't know if I'm going to take it yet and scoop that up, but it's on the table. I see it. Anyway, let's go in.
They fighting, can't get along. We fighting over some.
You fighting.
Tell them to stay the home and I won't have to.
Once you do music, I see why a lot of guys fail at it, because if you got a girl or if you got a wife, you're going to be around boys, you're going to be around pretty girls to make the vibes that people want to hear. What are you going to do? Get the out of here.
Everything you can get is my hard work.
Wait. Excuse us.
I'm finna live the way this is planned out. That's how I'm gonna live.
He's showing y'all his true colors now.
Dwayne, I sympathize with him because he's been in the sport. He's been around guys all the time. It's that big camaraderie. But Dwayne just got married. And Teresa doesn't really like all the boys hanging out, which I get that too. I couldn't have all them dudes at the house, but shout out to you both.
Hell no, I couldn't
but
either.
Dwayne just got married. And Teresa...
Nigga, I mean... Serious? Look at this beautiful wife you got, bruh. You want to be around a bunch of dudes and you got this at home? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, look, I know he's a sports guy. He used to beautiful women and stuff like that. I get it. You know, I'm used to beautiful women too. But just my nature is I'd rather hang with women anyway. If anything, I'd be guilty of having too many female friends. I just don't hang around guys like that. So she might be mad that I have too many female friends. I just like female energy. I'm cool with my dudes though, but we ain't that close. All right. And if I got her at home, I can find many more ways of being entertained with her, okay, than some dudes, okay. Yeah, I meet up with the guys at the studio. We drop some bars and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's important, you know. But I just wouldn't be moving like that. I just wouldn't be moving like that. Let's go in.
Doesn't really like all the boys hanging out, which I get that too. I couldn't have all them dudes at the house, but shout out to you both.
Like, we haven't been on dates. Like, we don't do that a married couple is supposed to do. A strong unit is me and you before everybody.
Right now, it's just, I got a short period of time to do this music. And if I don't do it in this time, it's like what I really love to do. I failed at it. I'm still home. I'm still making sure I spend time with you, the baby, the kids, doing the music. It's like, in my head, I'm balancing all of that out.
Just feel like I'm in it by myself sometimes.
I know you strong and you done, that's nothing to you. I married the strongest woman I ever met.
No, but I be exhausted.
I understand.
I be exhausted.
Me too.
I mean, tired as And you still want to know what we eating for dinner sometimes.
Dudes don't, they got 3, 4 girlfriends. One gonna cook for them, one gonna clean. It's like you can do all of that, so it's like, I know it's exhausting. Just imagine your mama, she had 8 kids and she cooked every day. It's not that hard. You just gotta really wanna do it.
We have to want to do it.
You're perfect. That's why I f***ed you. Superwoman. I'm sorry I give you all these jobs and chores, and if I don't give them to you, who the f*** I'm gonna give them to?
Like, wow, is this what all men think? Do all men think that women are just supposed to do things for them and then they take a woman's kindness for granted? And it's like they don't look at the great things that we do for them as a sacrifice. It's almost like that's what you should be doing.
When I said I do, I expect that's what you expect.
I do not feel like our relationship is at a 50-50 standpoint. And I've done a lot of fighting in our relationship, but I do not intend on giving up. I got you. Come on.
I really like his wife, Teresa. She's a good woman. She's a good woman. I know women want me to address this. I'm going to address it. Look. This is a part of the territory that comes with having a high value man. I know a lot of women ain't gonna want to hear that, but it just is what it is. Oftentimes when a man or a woman feel like they got the bag and they are financially holding things down, when they come home, they don't want no worries. I don't care if it's a woman, okay? If it's a woman and she got a stay-at-home husband, she don't want no worries. Facts. And the same with a man. It's not even gender specific. It doesn't matter. It's a look. I'm doing my part in this relationship. You can do your part. It comes with the high value man. So all these women I see online asking for a high value man, be prepared to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the taking care of the kids, all of that stuff that they expect you to do. A part of me is going to agree with Dwayne, and this is why. I was a bit of a rapper, okay? Coming up, most brothers was. It's just what we did, right? I gave up my dreams for my marriage. My wife didn't want a rapper husband. She didn't like rap like that. She didn't want me to blow up. And yes, the marriage didn't last. And yes, I regretted giving up my dreams for her. So a part of me understands where Dwayne is coming from. Like, look, if I'm gonna do this, I got to do this now. Ain't no, you know, I still got a little bit of the limelight left. My name is still carrying a little weight, so I'm in the studio. I gotta do this. You know, I know it's a tough job, but that's why I married you. You're perfect. I need you to hold down the house while I still hold down the house in my way. I did it with my football career. I'm gonna do it with my music career, and I'm gonna continue to get this bag for us so we can live that life. Okay. So I can't be everywhere. I can't be at home up under you and pursue this music career. So I'm gonna need you to be strong, and this is how it's been since time immemorial. A lot of women don't understand this or have never seen this scenario, but this is how it's been since time immemorial. You go back to Africa, a man had a wife and she took care of the house. That's just like, what are we talking about? Like, this is, I know a lot of women is like, this is, you know, this is this year and this ain't back in the day and all this other stuff. Yeah, but you want to go, but you still want that traditional man. You still want that man to be a high earner or provider. So you can't pick and choose what parts of the, you know, the lifestyle that you like, and then, you know, don't expect other things to come with it. You got to take it all. If you got a high value man, he's going to expect you to take care of the house. If you know, even in Africa, in some places, you got a low value man or whatever. Not saying that they're low value. I'm just saying, if you got a low earning man, he's still going to expect you to take care of the house, but he got other responsibilities. This is the part that women don't understand. Women expect men to be on the floors, you know, mopping or scraping up gum off the kitchen tile. Like, men got other things to do. They got their jobs are different. They just are, ladies. You gotta, and they're not even raised to be doing that type of stuff. I'm gonna just be honest. Now, like, everybody should be, you know, cross-trained in everything, to be honest. But let's be real. That's just not how it is. Women are going to have to come to terms with, yes, the universe, God, the Lord, whoever assigned you a woman, and there's a set of responsibilities that come with that. The universe, Lord, assigned us men, and there's some responsibilities that come with that. Okay, nobody is without an assignment. Okay, and I don't get to complain about how tough my job is. I don't get to complain about, you know, how rough it is to be a man, or trying to justify bringing money into this house. I don't get to complain about that. So you don't get to complain about your job. You just don't. Now, okay, so I say all that to say, look, I agree with Dwayne when it comes to certain things. I agree with her when it comes to the guys and him spending time with the guys. That's not necessary, okay? So I'm team Teresa when it comes to hanging out with all these dudes, but I'm team Dwayne when it comes to we have assignments here, okay? And I need you to stay strong and stay tough. I know you get tired. I get tired too, okay? There are times, you know, maybe he retired from the NFL now, but shit, maybe there were times I sprained my ankle, you know, broke my leg, whatever, had a concussion. We all got to make sacrifices. You know what I mean? We all got to make sacrifices to get ahead in life. So, all that being said, let's go back in.
I do contemplate withdrawing my efforts just so he could see that I do 10 people's jobs, and it's just me that does that. So me removing myself will leave him with these 10 guys that he brings nothing to the table.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He sees nothing except what he wants. So my needs are not important to him.
Just know I got a short period of time with music.
This is how you're going to lose your marriage.
You just seem so hard on yourself, man.
I feel like I'm a great guy, but coming in here, it kind of brings out the worst of me. If she could just chill out for a little bit, my heart is in the right place.
Has anybody ever given you that kind of love?
I don't even know what love is.
Bo and Teresa, you guys ready to meet with Spirit?
I feel like we're going to see the Pope.
Man.
Yes, we
Have a good
are.
session.
Thank you.
Dwayne's mindset, and I suspect much of his identity, is aligned with a team mentality after many years in the game of football. And that probably started long before he was a star athlete. But it takes two to tango, which means Teresa isn't blameless here. So I want to sit down and see what's really going on in this relationship. So how are we feeling?
I'm blessed, highly favored. I'm sure she feels the same.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we're getting the opportunity to sit down one-on-one. And I'm curious about where you guys are in your marriage now.
We're 2 years into marriage, and I think after I do, it became a job.
What do you think the problems are?
It's this time imbalance. It's like when I was playing football from 6 in the morning to 6 at night, I'm at work. When I come home, it's her, it's the kids, and the night is over. Now I'm doing music. So she's, you know, she's thinking since I'm retired, that was her time.
Did you know that she was thinking after you finished the NFL, it was going to be her time?
Did you think that?
I mean, you said it. I mean, it's like, but I'm not mad that you started another career, but you did say when this is all over, you know, things are going to be different. So I did look forward to that. But his career has pretty much taken priority over everything. I don't think he understands what all it takes to wake up and just things be in order. Like, I have a family that depends on me. If I don't do certain things, they're not going to get done. So that's more of a load on me. And I make it look easy.
She have on her superwoman cape 24 hours. That's why I said I do, because you remind me of my grandma, my aunt, everybody who took care of me.
Is that the kind of dynamic that you want? A woman who's just handling the burden of your life?
No, I want to make it easy.
You're used to doing this a different way and making it look like it's all okay. We teach people how to treat us.
That's real.
You have learned, and he has learned, I'm going to cater to my man. You got to tell him how bad this is. See, because you're used to the cape.
I try to do a lot of things to fix certain things, but he talks about his music career. It's his music. He values his music and his friends and his social time more. And that's hard to, it's hard to accept. That's the reality of it.
My friends are all in need and going through stuff right now, and it's like for me to leave them dry.
But it's either you're gonna leave them dry or you're gonna leave me dry, and I'm the one who's being left dry.
You have one of the hardest jobs that any man has, carrying the weight of your whole community on your back. You made it out. While you're so busy trying to make sure that everybody else is taken care of, you're not taking care of the responsibility and the commitment that you made. But you feel this other commitment that is bleeding over and impacting your ability to really do your marriage well.
I never thought of it like that. Just know I got a short period of time with music. Why not go hard? If it don't work, I got the rest of my life with you.
That's an assumption. Are you taking for granted, though, that she's always going to be there?
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Tell him, Teresa. Tell him.
If things do not change and I continue to feel alone, I might as well be alone.
Why?
A lot of times it looks easier to be alone because it's me and 2 children and not me and all these responsibilities that come by way of you wanting to take care of other grown men.
There's bigger things out there to worry about.
You see? And this is what you do. This is the cycle. This is how you're going to lose your marriage if you're not careful. When your partner tells you how they feel, you don't get to decide that they don't have the right to feel that way. Don't defend it, don't justify it, don't explain it away. Be curious about it. So that as we go forward, it's about, are we trying to go to the same destination? And if you don't identify where that place is, you'll be going this way while you're going this way. And one day you'll wake up so far apart that there's no way that you can intersect again. It took both of you guys to get your relationship to where it is. It's gonna take both of you to get it out. But if you're committed to it, I'm here for this. And I'm gonna help you every step of the way.
This dude right here. I love my baby daddy, but he's just difficult.
And so is his baby mama. Come on.
She is so, he married well with Teresa. She is very attractive, beautiful, almost African looking woman that is just not only stunning, but respectful, appreciative. Well, maybe not so appreciative, but respectful. I love her demeanor. I think she is top notch. He chose well. And I know that was hard for her to say that, you know, I might as well be alone. That's always the default. A lot of women feel like it's just too hard to be a wife. You know, if I had to compare being a wife back in the 60s and 50s or whenever, 40s, when black people were the majority married in the country, being a wife then and being a wife now, I would probably go with being a wife today is a hell of a lot easier than being a wife in the 40s when we were mostly married. So what is the problem? Are women just not as great as women in the past? That's a question. Women nowadays throw clothes in the washer and get done. Women back in the days had a washer that they had to wash clothes by hand, okay? They had to roll hands through a roller just to squeeze the water out. I know, because my grandmother had one. They didn't have a dryer. They hung them out on lines, okay? They still cooked. They had to cook. Okay? No microwaves back then. Okay? Everything was cooked. Were those women greater than the women of today? Are the women of today just more spoiled? Or do the women of today have more responsibilities than the women back then? 2 kids and a household. There are women who back then had 12 kids in a household, and they held it down. They say the men of today are getting soft. I would argue the women of today are even softer. And I'm not, less durable, I'll put it that way. Because they're not softer, they're more masculine, but they're less durable. Doesn't take much for them to break and want a divorce. Okay? It just is what it is. You disagree with that, put it in the comments. You give me a good strong argument as to why the women of today are better than the women of the past. And tell me all the responsibility, all the conveniences we got now. Tell me why it's harder to be a wife now than it was back then. You tell me. I'd really love to. I bet you I ain't gonna see none of those comments. Put them in there. I want to see them. Anyway, let's go back in.
I got up at 4 o'clock this morning and walked for an hour. I walked all the way until the sun came up, from dark to set. The first time I ever did that. Just seeing that come over the mountain, it was all right.
I looked at your IG this morning, and I was like, this dude right here, you got like the model pictures.
I mean, I got to keep something going.
When I read like your bio, I was like, damn, you've done a lot, Benzine. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
You just seem so hard on yourself, man. And it's like, you're smart as shit. I could just tell, like, you're dope.
Love this chick. Dwayne, you did so good, man. Love Teresa. Words of affirmation? Well, that and there were no victim shots in those compliments. Althea, she probably let's just go back in.
I appreciate it, but you know, I'm still working towards it. It's just, if she could just chill out for a little bit. My heart is in the right place. The reason I might bring up money is because, look, I'm showing you that when I had it, you got it. I gave her everything I had. I feel like I'm a great guy. I've been through a lot. I've learned a lot. I look in the mirror a lot. I accept a lot, you know, but coming in here, it kind of brings out the worst of me. But I'm here to go through the exercises, and I'm trying to do them at the best of my ability. you for having me.
Oh,
I look forward to this. This is where, yes.
Finally
this is,
we get to sit.
Yes.
Okay, come on, sit with me.
Yes.
Yeah. So first and foremost, tell me, what is it like for you to be in this process right here, right now with me?
You know, I knew coming in here right off the start what it was going to be like. What I'm searching for is, with your experience and knowledge, to find ways to not let people trigger me, and more so out there, because it's not like it's happening with anyone else. You know, with her, because of Zeno, it can't be a total distance.
Did it get bad after you guys had the baby, or was it always like this for you?
Probably after we filmed Love and Hip Hop.
Take me back before then.
I really wasn't in too many relationships in my life.
Okay.
I wasn't like serious relationships I called like love.
How many times have you been in love?
I mean, I had crushes, a couple of crushes, but I just was so much into the streets and hip hop that I just didn't have any time.
So hip hop was your first love?
Yes.
So what were you loving before hip hop?
My mother. She was like my best friend. You know, my father, I worshipped him. He was a street guy, come through with big things of money, drop off and then take off, but you didn't think about the time. If he wasn't there, you just thought about, man, look at that car and look at that. You know, he was smooth. My father was a good looking guy. I didn't probably look at my father and my mother as in love, because my father wasn't always there. And, you know, he was in and out of prison.
So he and your mother weren't together?
They didn't marry, but they were together.
So have you lived much of your life in the same way that your father showed you?
Yes, but, you know, growing up, you see, like, I went to a lot of wakes, so at a young age.
So you've had a lot of loss.
I've seen so much. I've been through so much, and I'm still here. So that's the fight of, like, putting your heart out there and then getting it trampled on. And then it's like, damn. And especially when you start thinking about all the money that you've spent and time just for nothing.
So you've been disappointed by those that you love?
Gotta be another word. Beyond disappointed.
What does it do to you?
I get desperate, I get anxiety, I start thinking things.
Go slow. I want to know what this is, where this takes you.
It's anger and rage, because it's like, how could you do this to me?
What's beneath the anger and the rage?
Hurt.
You know, how could you do this to me?
It's okay. This is your safe space. How could you do this to me?
I'm tired of crying. I'm sick of, like, trying to defend myself. Just, I'm a good person, I'm a caring person, because I've done all these things. And then at some point you're gonna be like, well, if everybody's doing this to it, then it must be you. More than if it's me. Then what am I doing wrong? I'm not trying to buy love. And I'll take it naturally. You give it to me naturally. I'm not trying to buy it.
Are you trying to win it, to earn it, to prove?
Yeah, to show that, look, yeah, I love you, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. All I want is just when we walk in a room, people see that you love me.
Has anybody ever given you that kind of love?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what love is, to be honest with you.
Wow. This is a broken man. Yeah, he probably don't know how to express love. Probably never got that value from his mother. He worshipped his father, but his father was not around. I think a mother's love could have healed this and gave him value as a son. Because when people have their mother's love, they can conquer the world. You know what I mean? But it don't sound like he ever felt valued by anybody. Not his father, not his mother. And definitely not by another woman. So this guy is craving love. He's trying to do everything right, and that's probably why he's stuck around Althea, because I'm gonna tell you, a guy who know what real love is wouldn't have stuck around this long. I know what real love is. You ain't it, chick. I'm gone. See ya. Sayonara. But Benzino, he don't know what real love is, even at his age, right? So he's gone this long without knowing real love, and Althea is probably the closest thing that he has gotten to it, and he don't want to. That's why he don't want to let it go. It's almost like Althea is hanging on a rope on the edge of a cliff, and Benzino caught the rope, and she is dangling from the cliff, and he is the only thing that's keeping her afloat, and she's heavy. She's heavy to hold on to. He's running out of strength. But he don't want her to let go. He wants to save her. And he don't know how, he's struggling. He's struggling to do that. His muscles is wearing out. I want to hold this chick. If I let her go, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know if I could continue on if I let her go. If I see her fall off the cliff, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's the mother of my son. But she don't want to climb up this rope, okay? She has to help me help her. And all she wants to do is loosen her grip. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I'm trying to understand. This is why I'm here in therapy. I want to understand why she's loosening her grip. She wants to fall. And it would be tragic for me to see her fall to her demise. It would be tragic. You know, and she already went to jail a couple times for domestic DV. Let's just put it that way. And they're both in pain. They're both in pain. Let's go back in.
I don't even know what love is, to be honest with you.
So let me tell you that if you spend your entire life packing the sadness away, it doesn't magically go away. You carry it with you. And you can't make space for real love and real healing to come in if it's sitting on top of all of your pain.
I understand. What else can I do?
This situation with Althea, you're trying to go forward with her, but you guys have so much pain behind you that you can't even hear each other in this process. You don't even trust each other in this process because of everything that's already happened.
I don't know if I have the mechanisms to give and receive love. I can give love or what I think is love. Maybe that's not it. I'm all messed up if I don't receive it the way I'm thinking I'm supposed to receive it.
Do you want to have the mechanisms to give and receive love in a healthy way?
Yes.
Then I want to teach you.
And I'm going to learn.
Okay. So then with that, I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
I want you to just talk about how you feel.
Okay.
Your real feelings. So when she's doing something and it hurts you, I want you to say, that hurts me. When she says something and it feels like it's jabbing you, I want you to say, that feels like a jab to me.
I feel you. Okay.
Okay. I don't want you to defend yourself. I don't want you to come with facts to say you're wrong because this.
Yes.
And it's going to be so hard, but that's you guys' pattern.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Because you both are going to have to lay down your guns.
I'm gonna do it. I just had to get the orders. I had to get the marching orders. I just wanted this. I wanted the one-on-one so bad just so I can get it. In the group, it's hard.
Yeah.
I needed this to now prepare me for the groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So believe me, I can do it.
And I want you to tell her the kind of relationship that you want with her. Althea, I want to be on good terms with you. Althea, I want to stop fighting with you.
Okay.
And I want you to know, it's not necessary for you to defend yourself against every attack. You've spent your whole life defending yourself. I want to teach you a new way.
All right, I'm ready.
Good.
I'm
Give
ready.
me some love. You're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome too. You're dope too.
Get this right
Thank you. I
together.
appreciate you. Right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay, come back and see me in a bit, okay?
Benzino has an amazing heart, but he suffered a lot of trauma in his life. Trauma can make it virtually impossible to show up in a healthy way. So Benzino is going to have to fully embrace the journey that I'm taking him on if he has any hope of showing up as a healthy partner for Althea.
I want these women to go away, and I want to be in an exclusive relationship.
I'm starting to think like, damn, I'm making the wrong mistake.
Guys don't do that.
I just
Stand up.
Nah, I'm not
Stand
gonna
up
stand up. I ain't your puppet.
We're just not gonna sit here and act like everything's apple pie and raisin bread at the Waffle House.
She had 2 other bitches. That's what I said.
Forget them. This is us. You said you wanted to be here with me. If you never let him see this side of you, how does he know that it exists? How do we go forward on the same page? We both did exactly the same thing. And you're both hurting, wanting each other to love the other person.
I ain't
need
saying
to
nothing.
separate
I'm not saying nothing for
Like,
the rest of
yes,
this.
we do.
The rest of the
'Cause
day.
I'm just done. Like, this is stupid.
Wow, and wow. It's crazy, man. Okay, y'all thought the Never Ever Mets was crazy. I got something for you. Yeah, these love goals is a trip. Okay. Let me know what y'all think about this. It's all over the place. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of therapy. It's a lot of drama and trauma. It's a lot of it's some love in here too. You gotta bring your magnifying glass and look for it, but it's in here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all think. Put it in the comments. I really appreciate you joining me. If you made it this far, hit the like, share, and subscribe for real. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.